Oh boy. I guess I'm on now. I want to say happy Father's Day to all the great fathers out there. Much love. Some of you fathers worth saying happy Father's Day to. Some of you fathers have been over backwards for your family, not just your kids, but your whole family, and that's a plus. Just want to say happy Father's Day, and I want to say a few things that maybe will make you think about some things for a minute. Since this quarantine and this coronavirus, we've been getting no help from these mega churches and these ministers. We're in a time frame, we're in a time zone where people are losing their jobs, people are filing for unemployment, a lot of people are not getting it, a lot of people are being rejected or they unemployment, and a lot of these preachers, like Bishop T.D. Jakes right here in Dallas, making millions, already have millions and millions of dollars, make over 160, close to 200 million a year. It's sad that these preachers are online doing live sermons, steady asking people for money. You know, I just feel that when we're in a time of need, it's time for these ministers to start giving back to the people that actually have a need. And the Bible tells us, do not turn your ear at the cry of the poor. He that turned his ear at the cry of the poor shall one day cry himself. So I just want to send that out to you, that these ministers that's on live, Facebook Live or Instagram or whatever other live streaming they're doing, continue to ask people for money and not giving back to the people that actually support them. Tell them to, I ain't gonna say that, but tell them to get somewhere. I mean, when things get back to normal, and you decide to go back to church, if you got in one of those churches where you got a minister that haven't been reaching out to the people, actually helping the people, I suggest you just find you another church to attend. Because these mega churches and these preachers that are making all this money riding around in Rolls Royce, new Bentleys and Mercedes Benz, you know, they're strictly out for themselves. They're not really helping the people that where there's a need, you know. And there's a lot of things that people don't understand and don't know, you know. So I'm gonna start sharing some Bible things and getting to an understanding on them, because I took a biblical course myself, and not once will I be on live asking people for money. I don't ask for no donations. What I got to give to you, I give free, and you can look it up and you can study it yourself. I'm not gonna be asking people for money just because I'm sharing a few Bible verses with you. I'm speaking on some truth of the Bible. But when it comes down to tithing, people have really got it misunderstood, you know, because back in the earlier days when tithing first started, it started like with sacrificing of animals and wheats and grains of the field. The tithing's changed so many times in the Bible to where a lot of people really just don't even remember those times. But if you really do your research and really study the history of the Bible and what the Bible is really telling us, back in the day when they were doing the sacrificing of animals, the wheats and grains of the field, back in the time when Moses and Aaron came along, it was great sickness and there was a famine in the land, where there was a hunger and there was a shortage of food. And Moses' brother Aaron had an idea to be able to support the people with the medicines they need and to be able to feed the hunger, to start letting the people tithe with money instead of offering up sacrifices and wheats and grains of the fields and stuff like that. So they start tithing with money. But if you read the Bible, Aaron was a chief priest, and the Bible says that the chief priests took very little money home for themselves. They took very little money home for themselves. They didn't build an empire and stored up all this wealth on earth for themselves. They didn't do that. You know, they was taking only a small share home for themselves. You know, and nowadays we got so many ministers that's coming to these churches. They're coming so falsified. They're saying that they are prophets and they are not. They're saying that they are apostles and they are not. You know, and I'm gonna get on those. I'm gonna get on those subjects, and I'm gonna share those with y'all when I can actually get everything to going. But the speaking in tongues and things like that, you know, I get on those subjects when I have a chance to get on those subjects. But you know, I just wanted to make it short and brief today. But you know, it's just kind of sad to see ministers still getting on live and Instagram and doing these live broadcasts instead of asking people for money, when a lot of people can't even pay their rent. They go into the refrigerator and don't even have food in their refrigerator, and these old greedy preachers still asking people for money. It's sad. I think it's real sad. Hey, Sister Denise, I love you, girl. I see somebody else. Oh, James Cruz, what's up? That's my brother right there. That's my brother right there. What's up? What's up, James? And happy Father's Day to you too. And thank you, Sister Denise. That's a real strong woman right there. That's a woman of faith. I mean, I learned a lot from Sister Denise. Oh man, that woman treat cancer like it was nothing. Cancer ain't got nothing on her. That cancer got up off her and ran away. A powerful woman of God right there. But I just wanted to reach out to some people that really don't know this, that really haven't seen how these preachers are acting out here in Texas. They won't help nobody. They won't help nobody. And unemployment is steady going up, and they steady want to ask people for money. Why are you steady asking people for money and doing your live broadcast? You should be sharing the free word, and you should be sending out checks to these people that's supporting you, that's a part of your ministry, so these people can eat, so these people can be able to pay their bills, help them pay their rent. You got millions. You making millions. I'm not talking about just in a year's time. You make $1 million. Most of these preachers make millions of dollars just one weekend. Well, this is the time to start giving back, because people are at a need, you know, and not to be doing these sermons on live broadcasts and instead of asking people for money and not contributing to the cause. And I don't think God intended for ministers to get rich off of congregations and to ignore them and not help them when they're really going through a problem. I don't think God intended for ministers to get rich off poor people anyway. You know, I mean, most of the people that support you that really support you are people that get up and go to a regular job every day. They're not rich people. I'll go around, get on the screen. They're not rich people. So I just think that it's a greed spirit have came into the house of the Lord, and it stinks in the nostrils of God, if you ask me. I just don't see how we can actually grow how we can actually follow somebody like that and continue to grow with somebody like that, that all they know is money. You know, I think a lot of them should get up and go to work sometime and stop sitting back trying to preach, looking for free money and for somebody to take care of them, because they're not going to take care of nobody. You know, you can't pay your rent, you go to your preacher. I bet you he ain't going to pay it. But that's all I got to say. So y'all have a good day. Thank you.